If she were to return for season 19, the Real Housewives of Orange County actress Shannon Beador has issued a challenge. On the other hand, she is establishing limits, despite the fact that she has not been asked to return for another season, and the show has not even been renewed. So what exactly are they? Continue reading for further information. The ultimatum for season 19 is given by Shannon Beador. Since the 9th season of Real Housewives of Orange County, Shannon Beador has been a formidable opponent. She was a substance abuser who had issues in her marriage and frequently responded inappropriately at the most fascinating times. It was not uncommon for her to raise a commotion at dinner parties attended by others. Heather Dubrow contemplated the possibility that she was experiencing a psychotic episode at one point. Despite this, she spoke about her passion for organic living and crystals everywhere she went. A DUI, infidelity, a divorce, weight gain and loss, a new romance, and a new relationship were all things that Shannon had to cope with while she was on the show. She has been dubbed an alcoholic, she has gained and lost friends, and she has been responsible for raising her 3 daughters. Nevertheless, season 18 was without a doubt the most challenging. As a result of her arrest for driving under the influence of alcohol, she was no longer friends with Tamra Judge. At the same time, Shannon and John Jansen, who had been her boyfriend for a very long period, had officially ended their relationship. His relationship with Alexis Bellino, who had previously appeared on the show, became quite public, although he had for a long time insisted that he valued his privacy. John filed a lawsuit against Shannon for $75,000 during the time when Bravo invited Alexis back to film for season 18. Shannon was able to bear a lot as a result of the support she received from her admirers. It is possible that she will not come back at the conclusion of everything. As reported by People, Shannon Beador is effectively presenting Bravo with a choice. If they want her to return for season 19, they must accept her. According to her, she will not film with some housewives, which ultimately led to the end of RHONJ. Shannon had this to say. Despite the fact that she claims it is not threatening, she is also stating that she will stop if certain people do return, which is a situation that is on the verge of being dangerous. After that, she continued by saying, "The closing drama in the season 18 finale of Real Housewives of Orange County, the ladies got together to celebrate Jennifer Pedrante's engagement. Following their return from London, it was observed that Shannon Beador and Tamra Judge had not communicated with one another. As a result, Shannon stormed off, declaring that she was finished with the situation. Next, she discovered Matt, Katie Janela's husband, hiding in the corner of the room. Shannon informed him that she was finished, and he made an effort to console her. It was because of her betrayal of him that fans began to betray Shannon. The fans were fed up with Shannon's habit of leaving and fleeing if things did not go the way she wanted them to have. Therefore, it is possible that it is time for her to remove her hat. In the end, Shannon only wishes that people had a good time watching the season. Are you of the opinion that it is time for Shannon to depart? Please let us know, and make sure to tune in to RHOC on Thursdays on Bravo. As the sun sets over the lavish hills of Orange County, one thing is clear. Season 19 of The Real Housewives of Orange County is set to explode. And at the center of the tempest stands none other than Shannon Beador, OC's indomitable bright light with a sharp edge, ready to wave a figurative flag of caution to her co-stars and producers alike. The spark that lit the fuse. The season kicked off with luxury vacations, designer brunches, and strained smiles masked jealousy simmering beneath. Shannon, now in her early 50s, but eternally glamorous, returns with her trademark blonde bob, needle-sharp wit, and an unmistakable air of reinvention. After navigating a tumultuous divorce and embarking on a romantic reset, she's determined to carve out a bolder version of herself on camera, unapologetic, resilient, emotionally raw. But as the cameras roll, the tension rises. Call it scrutiny or the dreaded RHOC exhaustion, but Shannon's resolve wavers twice this season. She's repeatedly on the receiving end of passive-aggressive jabs during lunch dates. Sounds exhausting. Here she goes again with drama. You're overthinking it. Those minor barbs prick deeper than they appear. In episode 5, a diamond-studded dinner with the group goes sideways. Shannon's heartfelt monologue about her growth meets a chorus of rolled eyes. She walks away, determined but stung. Something shifts. A new inner narrative whispers, "Not again." A private confessional leaves little doubt. "If I get disrespected one more time." Ultimatum looms large. Fast forward to week 7. Luxury yacht party, crystal clear Pacific shimmering beneath. Champagne flows, outfits glimmer. But the air vibrates uneasily. Shannon stands at the bow, wind in her hair, heart steeling itself. She's had enough. In classic Shannon form, she interrupts a posed photo op. Her voice rings out, "I need to say this before we go any further." The music dims, all heads turn. Tonight, Shannon isn't playing hostess or sounding board. She's issuing terms like a CEO laying down operating procedures, respect, transparency, authenticity. She pivots, eyes fierce. "I won't be gaslighted. I won't be made to feel less." It's equal parts Queen's decree and wounded lioness. Her ultimatum isn't vague, it's specific. No more public mockery. Gentle ribbing in private fine. Online memes or staged gags, no. Truth in conversations. No sugarcoating, no whisper campaigns, no triangulation. Acknowledgement of her emotional journey, because this time, apparatchiks and pearls will see her as more than just drama magnet. The confession cam registers the tension. Shannon's voice trembles, then steadies. She hands an unseen note to producers, an anchor that pivots the rest of the season. Reactions and ruptures. Cue the cocktail hour aftermath. Heather, jealously perfect, gasps. Tamara chimes in with practiced skepticism. Gina, ever the peacekeeper, hovers. It's a chain reaction. Factions form in real time. By the marina, Shannon is approached by Alex, or is it Emily? The camera cuts away. The viewer is left with body language shots, crossed arms, sharp exhalations. The drama is real, and the stakes have just quadrupled. Back at Shannon's palatial kitchen, that utterly iconic domain, she gathers with her cameras rolling. "I gave my terms," she confides, tears mingling with steel. "If they're not met, I'm walking." That statement echoes like a quote in every tabloid headline to come. Walking away, or pivoting? A week later, the cast arrives at a glamorous Newport Beach fundraiser. Shannon stands poised. The facade cracks. Passive-aggressive comment about her attitude comes flying. That's it. Shannon steps away. She tells Alexis, "I came here with grace and left with dignity." Before anyone can blink, she's walking off, wrist camera rolling. A pivot point that either defines the season or ends it for her. Rumors swirl. Is this a ratings stunt? Or is Shannon finally harnessing her own power? Is she walking out of disrespect or walking into her truth? Behind the scenes, insider whispers. Multiple Instagram whispers wager that Shannon met privately with Bravo brass before shooting. The message was clear: "I want meaningful storylines, or I'm done." She challenged the format's predictability and demanded emotional intensity, no more filler or forced affection. Her team, well briefed and crisp, mapped this out. Shannon brings her A game in terms of vulnerability, weight, heartache, and fresh hopes on full display. But she also refuses to be the season's designated villain or punching bag. Which begs the question, is this ultimatum a narrative overhaul or a contract negotiation? Execs whisper about an engine room shakeup. Meanwhile, Shannon's aligned with select castmates, some clearly heading for emotional redemption arcs alongside her. The rest, clearly on notice. Emotional alchemy, from pain to power. Medicine of transformation. Shannon's ultimatum is more than demands. It's meta-commentary. Viewers who've watched her rebuild from the ashes of personal upheaval sense the resonance. She's no longer entertaining, she's leading. She lays down the blueprint. Vulnerability is not weakness. Boundaries are not coldness. Boldness is brilliance. This arc reminds us of a modern hero's journey, Dragon Lady, but with empathy. She's dismantled the idea of the housewife trope, the canonical wildcard, the timeless scapegoat. Instead, Shannon as oracle, Shannon as architect. She's bending the show's gravitational field around her center. Catalyst or can of worms? Two camps emerge among viewers and fans. Shannon saved RHOC, say loyalists. The season feels elevated, emotionally invested, raw. She's too rigid, too controlling, say critics. They argue she smothers spontaneity, kills fun, fractures pre-existing bonds. RuPaul once said, "Read the room, don't level it." But Shannon reads herself and reshapes the room accordingly. Is that ego or self-respect at its most theatrical? What season 19's final stretch holds? As the season barrels into episodes 8 to 12, expect explosions or metamorphoses. The order of events looks something like this. Casting the lot. Friends rally to Shannon's values, others either revolt or fold. Catastrophic confrontation. A group dinner basically turns into an exorcism of past triangulation. Braveland fallout. Talking heads admit the show's irreconcilables, some walk away on their own, but hints of network mediation emerge. Redemptive moment. Shannon finds unexpected reconciliation, maybe even love, maybe purpose beyond the show. Season climax. Ultimatum upheld or rescinded? The finale teases a changed landscape for OC's matriarchs. Bravo's gamble and Shannon's legacy. One thing's clear, Bravo cast a die with this ultimatum. They either support Shannon's vision or risk losing the season's MVP. Ratings analysts mutter about spikes when Shannon goes therapeutic versus socialized. Meanwhile, merch lines, Shannon's therapy bubble teas, no gaslight zone phone cases, already trending on fan forums. But more than any tabloid buzz or trending hashtag, Shannon Beador's season 19 has thrust a real-world question onto reality TV's glossy table. Can a personality known for drama carve a path of true empowerment and still belong to the franchise that built her? Catalyst. Season 19 Shannon ends staged cordiality. This is about personal honor, not headlines. Ultimatum. Respect, honesty, and authentic vulnerability, or she's gone. Ripple effects. Cast splits, rumored contract renegotiations, emotionally raw episodes ahead. Viewer verdict. Split between praise for boundary-setting strength and criticism of theatrical rigidity. Final stakes. Will Shannon redefine Real Housewives storytelling or be written out by the very narrative she attempted to rewrite? As the episodes unfold and credits roll, one thing's almost certain. Shannon Beador's ultimatum has reframed season 19 as more than just another round of tiffs and photo op apologies. It's a defining moment, a potential legacy shift. And whether the season closes on reunion tears or powerhouse reconciliations, Shannon's warning echoes: bring respect or bring nothing.